Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. It is the week before San Diego. Next Wednesday I will be in San Diego at San Diego Comic-Con, doing it up, seeing people I only see once a year, going to the after parties, going to Funko Fun Days, doing all kinds of cool stuff. I'll be reporting for Bleeding Cool, covering panels and whatnot, so it's gonna be a blast. I'm really excited. So yeah, hopefully you're going. If you're not going, check out my feed, our Facebook page for Comic Shop. I'll be updating stuff on that. So yeah, it'd be fun. This week, we got some great comics. I really enjoyed Dark Days, the casting. It's the second and last prelude to Metal, the Dark Days Metal, the Snyder and Capullo big crossover thing. Forge came out a couple weeks ago. This is the first print foil cover. This is a foil cover. Second print's out this week. Your store might have second prints. It actually says Prelude to Metal on here where the first print didn't. We'll have these for cover price. We'll have some of the second print for cover price. I actually got some from another store that their back order filled, so they had too many, and they sold me some at cost, so thank you. The casting this week, this was my jam. Like, I love this stuff. I love detective stuff in the DC universe. I love when things are connected in the DC universe. Like, I love how Jeff Johns did that and James Robinson did that with Starman, and I just love how Snyder has had these scenes going all the way back to his first run on the Court of Owls, his first run with Batman in the New 52, where that metal brought them back to life. That shouldn't exist, that shouldn't be real, and it set Batman behind the scenes researching that, doing his little detective work. He's the world's greatest detective. And at this point, all the metals are connected. We have great scenes with the Hawks, with Hawkman, Hawkwoman, saying that they go back before Egypt, back to the Hawk God and the Bat God, or the Bat Demon and the Hawk God, and how this metal is connected. Every character in the DC universe that uses a metal, it's all connected, it's all weird, it's all coming to a head, crazy stuff is going down, and I'm there. Joker's in this issue heavy. Joker is actually making some sense in all his stuff about giving us clues about what the metal stuff is. Duke is actually pretty cool in here, and I dug it. You get Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and I like how Hawkman is, or Carter Hall is now in the DC universe in the past, in the Silver Age, pre-Silver Age type of Black Hawk's Challenge to the Unknown stuff. He was there doing stuff. I mean, if he's immortal, why wouldn't he be? So Snyder is doing an amazing job at this. I'm really loving it. If you're a fan of the DC universe, you need those 2 one-shots. And yeah, it's a lot of detective work, it's a lot of clues, but they promise that Metal, which is coming out August 16th, is going to be balls to the wall, melt your face off action. So that's what I'm excited about. I love that it has all this grounding and underpinning from years of clues and different subplots. And I love that that is coming together in these 2 one-shots, but I'm actually really excited about having my face melting off by Scott Snyder and Capullo. So do that. August 15th, Metal, get it. Red Hood and the Outlaws. I rarely talk about this book. I rarely read this book. I read it from time to time. I like some of the characters. I've always liked Red Hood, whatever. But this issue was actually quite enjoyable, had heart. It's the death of Bizarro. It says Life of Bizarro on the cover because, he talks backward. But you see the bloody S that's backwards. And it really did have emotional resonance. And you don't have to read any issue before it to read this one. It's the first part of this, and I honestly hadn't read the last couple issues, and I enjoyed it. So there's that. Moving on, Shade the Changing Girl. Volume 1 is out, DC Young Animal. I enjoyed Shade the Changing Man, Rack Shade back when I was in high school. I always loved these Vertigo wackiness, especially the stuff with madness and all that weirdness. And this is the successor to it, and I'm really enjoying it. So if you liked Vertigo back in the day, give Young Animal a shot. Why not? Do it. I'm telling you, I was there at the inception of Vertigo with these wacky DC characters. I loved it then, and I love what Young Animal is doing now. They've honestly done it right. They've picked up the torch, and it's fresh and modern, but yet respectful to the past, and brings back some of that magic that is retro now. So I've enjoyed everything Young Animal's done. Moving on to Marvel, Spider-Man 2 #1 is out. It's the sequel to Spider-Man, same creative team. Bendis is writing this, and we will have this hardcover in the comic shop half off all week if you wanted to go back and get it. You do not need to read it to read this. And this one, they were both in different universe, 616 and the Ultimate Universe. And this one that's out today, Spider-Man 2, it's past, post Secret Wars, so it's one shared universe. They both have memories of the old universe, though, and you get a lot of witty banter, a lot of fun with Peter and Miles together, but you also get this character that's the Miles Morales of 616, the Miles Morales of the pre-merged Earth. So who is the other Miles Morales? There was a thing where Peter looked him up at the end of this series, because he went back to 616, and he's like, I wonder if there's a Miles Morales here. And he's like, oh, and jaw-dropping whatever, and we don't find out until now who he is. And we see him here. We don't really know all the significance yet, but it was a fun issue, and it should be a great miniseries. Bendis does Miles well. He created Miles. He writes a good Peter, so let's have some fun with that. Edge of the Spider-Verse 2 is out. Each Spider-Verse Edge is a single issue story featuring a single character, basically. This was all Gwenpool. So it was hilarious. If you're a fan of Gwenpool, you absolutely need to get it. You don't need to get issue 1. You don't need to get issue 3. You absolutely need to get this if you're a fan of Gwenpool, because it's Gwenpool venomized. So it's dark humor abounds, and that's what it is. Venomverse will start soon. We have this 5-issue Edge mini that part 3 also comes in July, 4 and 5 are in August, and then September, Venomverse #1. So you don't have to get these Edge little one-shot things, but if you're a fan of X-23, you should have got the first issue. If you're a fan of Gwenpool, get this issue, and so on. And finally for Marvel, Darth Vader 3 is out. He is fighting this Jedi Master we never knew about until last issue. Charles Soule is giving us Vader at his inception. You know, Anakin was crying like a little bitch at the end of Sith, and then he has this suit, and he's just a little bitch in a suit. And this is the story of him building his reputation, his lightsaber, all that good stuff. We're getting it here, and Charles Soule is doing a great job at it so far. I'm enjoying it, and that's the story that I want to see with Vader. You know, we've seen all other type of things with the movies he was in. This is what I'm most interested in if you're going to do a solo Vader book. With indie books, Black Mass has a couple I'm going to talk about. Calexit, California Sovereign Republic. You see the bear with a black mask on. And yes, this is a book that is political in nature, that the subject matter is political. But you don't have to be political at all to read it and enjoy it. You could be apolitical. You could just say, oh, I'm interested in this story. This is a cool story. That's a cool concept. Let's see where it goes. If you're a hardcore conservative, you probably won't like it, I guess, because you'd see it through that lens. Probably. But to me, it's well written, it's well drawn, well executed, and it doesn't dwell on anything Trump. It has a president wins that most Californians don't like and don't want to be under. So they decide to Brexit America and call it Calexit, and that's this story. So we have citizens of California wanting to secede, and we have the Mulholland Resistance, and we have the United States, the homeland, all that, wanting to stop it because California is one of the largest economies in the world. Why would they want to lose that? And it's just the first issue, but it's very dense, and I'm ready to see what happens next. I like this kind of alt history, alt present kind of, not apocalyptic, not post-apocalyptic, but one step in the wrong direction or one step in a direction that makes everything go to shit. Yeah, let me read that. That's fun, you know. Makes me think now isn't really that bad if it could be this shitty. So, but it was actually a fun, well done, enjoyable book to me, and it reminded me a lot of Brian Wood and DMZ. So if you like those political type things, check it out. but you don't have to agree with the politics. It's just fiction. It's fiction, guys. Enjoy it or don't. And also, Last Song, as a new team, Holly and Sally. I got this, I ordered it pretty heavy, because I like Black Mask, and the art looked great. It was reminiscent of Demo and Becky Cloonan, and I enjoyed it. It's slice of life, it's drama, it's not like little superpowers like Demo or whatnot, but what it is, it starts in 1999, everything's shitty, and it quickly goes back to 1982 when this band got together and got big, and their interpersonal relationships, very emotional, how stardom changes you, how the music changes you, and yeah, it's the real deal. I felt something reading it. It was emotional. It resonated with me. So I'm excited for the rest. So if you want a slice of life, something about music scene in the 80s to the 90s, check it out. It was good. Well done. Aftershock, both Animosities came out. Yes, this is Animosity: The Rise 2. It was a one-shot with one, but then they had more stories to tell, so now it's a mini-series, and issue 2 is out, and this is issue 8 of Animosity. And we have volume 1 back in stock. If you are in our store, all of our employees love the book, read the book, can share their enthusiasm with you about it. It's the animals revolt. Somehow they get sentience, they can speak, they can organize, and they just want to, destroy all humans because of the way we've treated animals, except for one girl and her dog. And so it's kind of homeward bound, but with a girl and all the other animals wanting to kill them. So obviously that sounds awesome, right? Check that out. And for Image, we got 2 volumes out. I wanted to talk about Curse Words, Volume 1, Charles Soule, Ryan Brown, Wizard. This is gonzo stuff. This is crazy magic. It's hilarious, and the art's funny. Lots of Easter eggs, lots of funny stuff in the art. It's a $9.99 volume 1 that Image does from time to time, and I'm digging it. Yes, this is the same Charles Soule from Darth Vader, but this is him just cutting loose and having a great time. And yeah, I love the koala. I love this book. I did a panel with both of these guys and my buddy Cap at Heroes Con, and it was a lot of fun. You can tell they have a lot of passion for this, and if you like irreverent things and don't like being irrelevant, you should read this. It's fun. And then finally, Birthright Volume 5 is out. Josh Williamson is doing a great job with it. I love him on Flash. He's a great guy. Love that he's so successful lately. He deserves it. And as I said, San Diego, next Wednesday, I'll be there. If you see me, say hi. Maybe we can work out something of line sharing, waiting in lines, blah, blah, blah. You wait in this line and get me this. I'll be in this line and get you that. You know, all the things we're not really supposed to do technically. We could do those. We can help each other out. I mean, I'm one step away from paying a homeless guy to wait in the Funko line for me. But anyway, if you see me at night, buy me a drink or something, whatever. I'll drink beer, liquor, whatever. We can swap stories. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.